Hey everyone, JP back here for another episode of RV Talk with JP. Are you tired of looking at these $200,000 plus Class C motorhomes and the fit and finish is not what you're expecting? Well, today I'm going to take you through the Renegade Vienna. This is a product that not everybody has heard about, and I think more people should be talking about it. I'm going to take you through this unit, show you all the premium features, and let me know in the comments if you think this motorhome is worth over $200,000. All right, this is the Renegade Vienna 25FWC. This stands for full wall slide and it has the cab over bunk. This of course is on the newest Mercedes Sprinter chassis, and there is a ton of motorhomes out there on this chassis, and what really sets this one apart is all the standard features and the quality of the construction. We're going to start with the outside of the unit. Something that I think every motorhome should be putting on is these aluminum side steps. This is really going to help the ease of entry, especially if you have an older customer or somebody that's got some mobility issues. That's just something that makes sense. Moving on from there, you've got this beautiful Girard legless awning, and that's not something super special, but what's really cool about this one is it's actually a 3-leg awning. This allows them to do a super long awning that's well supported, and it even has a wind sensor built into it. Moving along, this actually compartment's locked here, but I'll put a picture of it on the screen here, but this is going to be a smart TV with a Bose soundbar below it. And then another cool thing they do is they put this propane quick connect right at the door. That's a really great spot for that. And now we're going to start getting into some of the more premium features. You've got the chrome metal slam latches. These doors are built super well. They're all double hinged. All the compartments are sprayed and finished off really nicely. I mean, this is something that I see so many other motorhomes out there that are over $200,000, and they're putting these, let's be honest, crappy compartment doors, and they're just not finishing things off like they should be. And then another thing that always gets me is, you get these really expensive motorhomes. I'm not going to pick on anybody right now, but they put like a Furrion or a Fugatti or whatever hot water on demand system. They don't put the best in the industry, which is the Truma AquaGo. This is German made. It's got a cup of water behind it that actually allows you to get consistent water temperatures. You're not going to have that kind of cold sandwich effect. You don't get variance in temperature. If you set it, it's going to be a consistent temperature. Moving towards the back here, we've also got a built-in LP generator. You can also option this with a quiet diesel generator as well. And then another little storage compartment here at the back. All right, moving to the back of the motorhome, I didn't really discuss the paint job, but they do a beautiful paint job on these Renegades. Full body paint with 2 coats of clear. You don't feel any of the pinstriping. They also do these rear caps really nicely. It's a full molded rear cap, and then they have a separate bumper. So if you get rear-ended, you don't have to replace the whole rear cap. You're just going to be replacing the bumper, and then you also get your 4,200 pound rated receiver at the back here as well. Moving along to the driver's side of the unit, this is something that all brands of motorhomes should be doing. This is a 3-rail Schwintek system. Almost every other brand you see in the industry is only going to have 2 rails here. And what this allows is for Renegade to put the deepest slides in the motorhome industry, and they're allowing you to do a full wall slide. Look at how long and deep this slide is. Of course, it has a slide topper. That's nothing super special. Coming down below the slide here, this is actually your wet bay. And this is really cool how they've done their wet bay. All the labels are water jetted out. These aren't just stickers. And then they include something that I think every motorhome should have, and that's a tank monitoring system here. So you can look at how full your batteries are, your fresh tank, gray tank, black tank. You have a spigot here, and then you also have a pressurized spray port. Now, beside the wet bay, you've got your dump station there, and then they also include a sewer hose with a casing for it because you don't have a rear bumper on this motorhome. And then in front of the rear tires, you've got a really good sized storage compartment, again, finished off just like the one on the other side that we talked about. Above that, you also have this, I don't know what you would put in this storage compartment necessarily. It's kind of shallow, but it is super tall. It actually goes all the way up to the roof. So I don't know, maybe you want to put some longer items in there. And then let's get into the brains of the motorhome here. So next to that storage compartment under the slide, this is where you're going to find your 2000 watt Xantrax inverter. And then you've got your optional lithium batteries. Now, we order all of them here at O'Connor RV with the 200 amp hours of lithium batteries. You can also get some AGM batteries in there as well. They also offer a generator delete option where you can get even more lithium batteries. You'll get a bigger inverter as well. This is if you wanted to run your AC off of your batteries, which I don't know if I would necessarily recommend, but it's an option out there. Let's quickly touch on the roof of this Renegade Vienna. So you have a full fiberglass roof. You got a Coleman Mach Q 13,500 BTU AC with the heat pump. And then moving towards the front here, you've got a really big 330 watt solar panel. We're gonna move inside the motorhome now, and let's start right at the door where you have these power steps. And so many of the other motorhomes I'm seeing out there, they don't do the power steps, and instead you've got a lower inside floor. And what it forces them to do is have a step usually transitioning into the bedroom. So this is a completely flush floor, and it just makes everything look way more premium. You're not gonna trip over the floor in the middle of the night if you need to go to the kitchen or the bathroom. So I think that's a feature that all of these premium motorhomes should have. And let's start here at the door, where this is something you don't find on every motorhome either, and that's a full auto level system. So one push of a button, we can turn this on here so you can see it. One push of a button and you can level this whole motorhome. And then below that, you've got your battery disconnect, and then you have a step override. So these power steps, if you want them to stay out while you're camping when you close the door, all you have to do is flip that override switch and those steps will never come back in. All right, moving into the kitchen now, you get real solid surface countertops. These aren't a thermal mold or plastic countertop. These are real solid surface countertops. You get these really nice looking accent lighting below the counter. Good size sink. Let's take this counter piece off so you can see the size of the sink. And then you've got a residential style faucet here. And then you've got your 2-burner gas cooktop, which you can also option a single burner induction cooktop there as well. And then above the sink, you've got your Samsung Smart TV with a JBL soundbar. And let's get into some premium features on here. Take a look at these cabinets. So this is all real maple cabinetry, and then look at the quality of the hinges they put on here. Everything that you look at in here, even if it's hidden, it's all really, really good quality like we spoke about earlier. I think Renegade does an amazing job. I mean, you're paying $250,000+ Canadian for this motorhome. You expect a certain level of quality in here, and I think Renegade does produce that. Even little things like the drawers here. So again, maple drawers, and then they do dovetail instead of like pin nails or staples. They actually dovetail the drawers, and that's something you just don't see on very many motorhomes. Next to the kitchen, you've got your control panel here where you can operate everything on the coach, and they utilize the Firefly system, so you can actually download an app on your phone or tablet and you can control everything, all your lights. You can monitor your tanks, you can set your auto generator auto start, all of that stuff right from your phone or tablet. So that's super cool. Next to that, you've got your convection microwave, and then a really spacious 12-volt 8 cubic foot refrigerator and freezer. Above where the microwave is, you've got your max air fan, and it does have a rain sensor built in, so if it starts to rain, the little cover on top is going to close for you. And then next to that, I really like this feature, having the sink outside of the bathroom. It gives you way more space in the bathroom, and somebody can be having a shower or going to the bathroom and someone can still be out here getting ready. They also have a hidden medicine cabinet here behind the mirror. Again, everywhere you look, everything's finished off nice, and it's all maple. They don't put cheaper products anywhere in this motorhome. Let's check out the bathroom here real quick, where you do get a porcelain toilet. I think that's a must-have in a premium motorhome. No plastic toilets in here. And then look at the shower. They finished this thing off really, really nicely. You got lots of room in here. You got the skylight above if you're a little bit taller. And then you've got another max air fan with the rain sensor as well. Moving into the bedroom now, you have a 12-volt TV here in the bedroom, and this is something new for 2025. They actually started putting these little hooks here so you can hang coats and things like that up. Now you've got your folding queen mattress, and this is something really cool. So the mattress here, I mean, folding mattresses aren't something super special, but where they actually put the I don't know what you want to call this, the break in the mattress for where it folds, it's actually a little bit farther forward, so it's not going to land in the middle of your back, so you're not really going to feel it. Underneath the bed, where usually a lot of other brands either put storage or it's just wasted space, they actually put your fresh tank underneath here. Oh, it's actually, we've got this one screwed down, but you've got your fresh tank underneath there. So if you were wanting to camp in shoulder seasons and you're worried about your water freezing, that's going to help you there. I wouldn't call this necessarily a 4-season unit. It is still single glazed windows on this motorhome, but you can definitely do a little bit of extended season camping. And then above the bed, again, you've got more storage, again, all with those really nice kind of residential style hinges. Next to the bed, you've got your main kind of storage compartments here, where you've got kind of a hanging closet. And then below that, you've got all these really nice drawers, again, all finished off with dovetail, and they're all going to be soft close as well. And then next to that, you've got this really beautiful pull-out pantry. All right, next to the pantry, you've got your optional face-to-face dinette. This is actually the standard feature. You can also option it with a recliner set. Maybe I'll see if I can find a picture to put up on the screen. But if you didn't feel like you needed this dinette, maybe you're not going to have 4 people over, you can have really nice recliners here facing the TV. So that could be a nice feature for you depending on how you're going to be camping. Above that, again, more storage just like above the bed. I also want to quickly touch on, the quality in here again. You've got all padded walls. I don't know if you can really see it in the picture here, but all the walls are padded. All the ceilings are padded as well. It just really helps with the aesthetic in here. And then you've got your cab over bed as well. Now the cab over bed, that's the FWC. You can also get the FWS, which has an aero cap is what they call it. And essentially, instead of having your cab over bunk, you're going to have just storage above here, and it doesn't extend quite as far over the cab. Now you still get a pretty good view here from the cab, but you can start to see where the bunk is. So if you had the aero cap, it's flush with the cab, so you're not going to have that overhang. Of course, everyone by now is used to the fit and finish of the Mercedes Sprinter chassis. Nothing really special here. It's going to come with all your safety features, the amazing seats they put in here with all the lumbar support. They have these little controls here on the door here, so you can tilt the seat, bring the bottom up, whatever is going to be the most comfortable driving position for you. You're going to be able to make that happen with the Renegade Vienna's Mercedes Sprinter chassis. You also have this kind of cool little side table here. You can actually spin this is a standard feature on all the Renegade products. Both these seats are going to spin around, and then you can have kind of like a little cup holder table there beside you. All right, so that pretty much brings us to the end of the tour of this Renegade Vienna 25FWC. Let me know in the comments if you guys think this is worth the $250,000 price point that this motorhome is in. I know these things are all getting really, really expensive, but I do feel like Renegade goes above and beyond for the quality aspect of their products. And that's something that I don't think all the other brands that are charging similar amounts can say. I would say this is probably most comparable to, you know, a product like the leisure vans, things like that. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this review, and don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, we'll see you for the next video.